Hi, I'm Peter Snow. By way of introduction, I wanted you to know that not only am I bonkers about books, I've got scads of them stashed all over my apartment, but I'm also nuts about music. In particular, I'm nuts about Bob Dylan. I'm afraid I wasn't yet born to witness how this skinny kid, with this strange voice, from an out-of-the-way town in Minnesota, took the folk music scene by storm. Many saw him as the new Woody Guthrie. In 1963, Dylan was a smash hit at the Newport Folk Festival. Songs like "The Times They Are A-Changin' spoke to the many young people who were agitating for social and political reform. It was a perfect anthem for the civil rights movement. But when Dylan came to Newport Folk again in '65, everything changed. After he played a short set of familiar folk tunes, he slung on his electric guitar, brought out his band, and played a set of straight-ahead rock and roll. The crowd was stunned. His longtime fans booed and hissed loudly, but he kept on playing, ignoring their abuse. But at that moment, he attracted and energized a new set of fans who cheered and whooped at the top of their lungs. What followed was the release of classic Dylan albums, like Bringing It All Back Home. In the decades that followed, he wrote and recorded songs from many different genres. In '69, he made a country album, Just Because. In 1979, Dylan declared himself to be a born-again Christian and proceeded to write and record 3 gospel albums. In the early '90s, he released one of my favorite Dylan albums, World Gone Wrong, which is an album of covers of obscure Delta blues songs from the '20s, '30s, and '40s. In 2009, he even recorded a Christmas album. Spoiler alert, Bing Crosby, he ain't. Over the last several years, he's become obsessed with the Great American Songbook, recording songs first made famous by the likes of Frank Sinatra and Ella Fitzgerald. Since 2015, he's recorded a triple album and 2 regular albums on which he crooned songs like Some Enchanted Evening, Young at Heart, Stormy Weather, and Stardust. I'm particularly fond of this record because here his performance of lost loves and broken hearts, this sounds like he's lived them, just like he's telling his own story. I guess what I've always loved most about Dylan is that throughout his long career, he's always had this mischievous streak, this little boy trickster about him. On this album, he has a song called Duquesne Whistle. And from this song, he produced a video that shows his razor-sharp wit and his dark sense of humor.